your girl Fabulous Victoria, and I'm back with another video. So today's video is going to be about curly girl essentials and the items that you will need. But before we get into this video, please be sure to subscribe. That way you guys are a part of my journey. And make sure you guys hit that notification bell. That way you guys can be notified of when I upload. Okay guys, so this video is going to be about curly girl essentials, okay? Now this isn't going to be a super duper long list because honestly, this isn't going to be a video about how to make your hair long or anything. It's just going to be a video where you can kind of help your hair get healthier and you can really just help your hair maintain its length, and you can help your hair really flourish as being a curly girl, because being a curly girl is very, very hard. It's a whole journey within itself, and it's something that I've learned over the course of the couple of years. I have actually noticed a bit of, actually not even a bit, but a lot of growth in my hair, because I was looking back at a couple of pictures and things with my hair, and I definitely noticed a significant change. I even noticed that my curl pattern changed, especially from like the video from Tropical Isle video and stuff. I don't know what I did to my curls that day, but dude, they were popping, okay? So I really want them to be back that way, and hopefully over the summer I can do a couple wash and goes and play with it and see if I can get my hair back like that, because my hair was looking good, okay? But anyway guys, let me get into the list, okay? So the first curly girl essential that you'll need is something silk. Now, there's so many different types of silk things that you can have to keep your hair, you know, protected. And that's one, either a silk pillowcase, two, a silk bonnet, or three, a silk scarf. Now, I have all three. It took me a while to get all three, but you can get a good amount of these things from Amazon. Amazon is literally my go-to, and it's literally my go-to for everything that I'm going to mention in this video, okay? Now, the pillowcase, surprisingly, I was able to find that at Dollar Tree, and I have that on my bed now. My bonnets, this one here, I was able to find this big one here at Walmart, and I believe it was only like maybe $2.99, $3.99. At max, I know it was nothing more than like $5.99, okay? And then I have this huge scarf here that I got. I got this from Amazon. Now I have mine folded in a little triangle, but I got this silk scarf here from Amazon. I believe this one was a bit pricey because it's silk. I think it was about $12.99 or something like that, but still for the most part, not too bad, especially when it comes to your hair. You want to make sure that you can protect your hair at all times, and if it means that you got to fork over a little bit of extra money just to keep your hair maintained and things and keep it healthy, then you got to do what you got to do. Just, you know, have priorities. Your hair is important, so you want to make sure you take care of what's important. So number two on the list. Now I know a lot of people might think that this isn't really an essential, but honestly, if you're like me and you get out of the shower and then you sit there and while you're styling your hair, and you might go do something else while in between styling, and the next thing you know your hair is dry, then this will definitely come into handy for you guys. It is a spray bottle. Now I got my spray bottle from Amazon because, as you guys know, Amazon is literally my go-to, and this one here sprays out mist. So this is a really, really cool spray bottle, and it's actually a mini one. There are actually ones that are bigger than this, but for the most part I like that this one is super duper tiny, because you know, I don't really need a huge bottle in the first place. With me filling this up with water and things and spraying it onto my hair, I honestly don't even use all the water that's in here. There's honestly a little bit of water left in here right now. But I really love the fact that it sprays out into a mist, because that's just so convenient. You don't want to drench your hair in water sometimes, and sometimes you just need it misted. And this bottle here literally does the trick. I was on the prowl for one of these when I seen a lot of my favorite curly girl YouTubers doing their hair and things like that. So this was definitely a bottle I felt like I needed to go grab and get my hands on. And when I got my hands on it, I was so elated. Now, there are deals on Amazon where you can get 2 water bottles like in one sitting. I only got one, but honestly, 2 water bottles is cool as well, because you could fill one with water and then you could fill maybe the other one with like apple cider vinegar, or maybe you can fill it with oil and water, or oil and a leave-in conditioner. I don't know, anything that you want to fill it up with. But if you want to do that, you can have the 2 bottles. That way you can just have them both there, or just have another one just in case the other one breaks. So that's also a good idea. Alright guys, so another curly girl essential is this brush right here. Now guys, this brush came in multiple different colors, and it's come in so many different types of variations and things. There was like the Felicia Leatherwood brush, there was this brush, but just these types of brushes that, you know, comb out like this. These are very, very essential, these flexible brushes. And the reason they're essential is because they work with all different hair textures. They work with, you know, 3A all the way up to like 4C, or even up to like 2A and 1A, you know, all of that, all the way down to 4C. So these brushes here are very, very essential. You can literally use it and rake it through your hair with conditioner of your choice. You can use it on dry hair, wet hair, all of that. And this brush has literally been my go-to out of all the brushes that I've purchased and the types of comb things that I've purchased to, you know, help with my hair. This has literally been my go-to, and I'm absolutely obsessed and in love with this brush. You guys have seen me use this brush on my channel several times, and yeah, it's just something that I'm going to continue to keep using. Now, when I ordered this one off of Amazon, it actually came with 2. So I actually have one that I use for styling on my hair. And then I have another one that I use for when I'm in the shower. If I decide to detangle while in the shower and I want to use the brush rather than using my hands, then I usually use the brush. But I've gotten into doing something lately so it can kind of cut down my time in the shower. I might actually share what I've been doing to do that in another video. But for the most part, I've been absolutely enjoying this brush. Now, I think this brush here was only about $12.99 or something like that for 2 brushes. So I thought that was a steal, to be quite honest, because I know like brushes like this, like Felicia Leatherwood and all that stuff, you're probably going to be paying about close to 20 bucks or something like that, if not 20 bucks, and that's just for one brush, you know. So to have a brush like this, it's so much more, you know, convenient. And it even has these little marks back here, like these little holes that you see, so you can actually put like a little bar there so it can keep it open, and you can have it open like that. But it's really just up to you and your preference on how you decide to brush your hair, but definitely an essential. Alright guys, so our next curly girl essential is hair ties or ponytail holders, whatever thing you want to call them, okay? Now, I have 2 separate ones here. As you can see, we have a little itty bitty one, a mini kinda, and then we have the jumbo. Now, the jumbo really isn't a hair tie. This is actually one of those little like headband things that you can use. But honestly, I use these for my hair sometimes because my hair is very thick at times, although it's fine. It's like my hair is very weird. It doesn't know whether it wants to be fine or if it wants to be thick. But it's a mixture of both, and sometimes I have a struggle of putting my hair in these, especially when my hair is blown out and stuff like that. I have a very, very hard time putting my hair in this. So I usually have to grab me one of these as well. So I use both, and these are very much essential because you never want to have your hair in any type of a way get ruined by clothing and things like that. Like, your hair can really get ruined and things like that by clothes, and you want to make sure that just throughout the day, if you feel like your hair is ever going to get damaged in some sort of way, shape, or form, you use these types of things where they're not going to affect your hair in any kind of way. Especially these types where they're just bounded together by like glue rather than those little metal bars or whatever, because those little metal bars are actually prone to ripping out your hair. It's even the same on here on the little headband thing. It's just a little bar, like a bar of glue that's kind of like holding it together. So you want to make sure that it's something like this when you do put your hair up. And, you know, that way you put your hair in a pineapple and things like that. You want to put it in the right type of ponytail holder. And that's also a protective style in its own. You don't want to keep your hair down for too long because, like I said, you don't want it rubbing against your hair. So when your hair is down or whatever, you want to make sure you have a ponytail holder to keep your hair up so it's not constantly rubbing against your clothing. But these are definitely essential, especially when you're rocking your natural hair and it's longer or at least shoulder length and it's able to, you know, scrub and rub against your clothes. Our next curly girl essential is hair oil. Now I know a lot of, you know, curly girls and things like that, they don't really like oil, like at least some of them, they don't really think that oil is beneficial. And I've tried all different types of ways. I've tried, you know, using a lot of oil. I've tried not using a lot of oil. I've tried, you know, using oil and things like that. I feel like the best for me is when I use oil. So I've lately been using hair oil to stimulate hair growth and things like that, and just to keep moisture within my hair, especially throughout the week. Sometimes I'll oil my scalp once a week, sometimes I do it twice a week. It really just depends on me. Sometimes I'm just very lazy. And then lately I've also been incorporating putting some oil in my hands and at least putting it on my ends, so then that way my ends will stay moisturized. And I don't care what kind of an oil it is, I just like to make sure that there is some sort of oil on my ends to keep them moisturized and to keep the oil on my hair, in my hair, and making sure that it's, you know, really soaking it up to prevent those split ends as well as maintaining moisture. So an oil that I've been using is wild growth oil. I've been finding that this has been really helping my hair a lot as far as growing, and I really have to give it up to wild growth oil. This oil has literally helped me with a ton of hair growth in such a short amount of time, and I must say that I've seen a lot of growth within like the past couple of months of me using it. I think I really started to use this oil back in like July, and from July till now, which is, you know, January, I've seen like at least a good inch or two of growth. So that is always a A++ when you see some growth and some inches, you know, that's always a good thing right there. So yeah, I've been definitely loving wild growth oil. As far as keeping my ends and things moisturized, I use almond oil, jojoba oil, and avocado oil because those are very light oils, and I feel like that is something that you definitely want to use a lighter oil for your hair, especially for like the ends and things like that. But don't get me wrong, I've also used Jamaican black castor oil as well to keep moisture on my ends as well. So it's just, I have so many hair products over there right now that I can't find Jamaican black castor oil, so I haven't been able to use it. But for the most part, I use all of those oils for my ends, even olive oil too. Olive oil is great, and I can always get it in a big quantity too, so I like olive oil too. Alright guys, and the last one, I can't really show you guys it because it's kind of like a invisible type of a thing, but the last thing is just patience and being gentle with your hair, because you don't want to really be rough and tough with your natural hair. It is very, you know, thicker type hair, and especially if, depending on which spectrum of, you know, 3A to 4C you are, depending on how, you know, thick your hair is, you'll notice that, you know, it's tougher to get through those strands. So you just have to be patient and gentle with your hair, and, you know, really take the time out of your day to do your hair, so then that way you don't feel like, oh man, I have to rush to get all this done and blah blah blah. Like, I had to learn that too the hard way, because I used to feel like rushed and pressured and things to do my hair, but honestly I started just feeling like this. Hey, look, I'm gonna do my hair, and I don't care if it takes all day. I don't care. I'm not gonna go out and do a damn thing. I'm gonna make sure this hair is done though. So that's how I started to feel with my hair, and I just tried to, you know, make things go faster with doing my hair. So whether it's playing music as I'm doing my hair or watching TV as I do my hair, I've just really tried to make it a part of self-care and everything. So then that way I'm more inclined to want to do my hair and sit there and actually take the time to put in the 2 to 3 hours that I'm doing my hair, and if you include the showering part, another 2 to 3 hours in doing my hair as well, okay? But yeah, just definitely be patient and gentle with your hair, and you will notice a significant change in your hair, and you will notice that your curls are popping, and you will notice that you get growth, it's healthier, and all that other good stuff, okay? All the curly girl stuff that we really, really love to embrace. All right, guys, that is pretty much the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed my tips. If you guys have any more tips and you're a curly girl, please leave them down below. That way, you know, we can help each other out when it comes to our curls and, you know, embracing our curls and things like that. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Please be sure to follow me on all of my social medias. They'll be listed in the description box down below as well as here on the screen. Alright guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!